I'm wearing my Ninja Turtles paraphernalia. I have to divulge the secret. I have secretly been Master Splinter all along. I have been trafficking cheese products and pizzas with no pork to the Ninja Turtles for numerous years. They were made in a test tube laboratory, and we escaped. There's a woman at the homeless shelter in Manhattan named Casanova, and she's held my sexual organ hostage, and they've named it the amusement park ride called the Wiener. All jokes aside, and they shouldn't make us fuckboys transients. They shouldn't make them transients and put a microchip in their head and not tell them it's there, and then press pause and have sex with them against their will, and they're not there present. And then they shouldn't cross out their signature 5%er title, the most honorable, before their name, to implicate admission of guilt for penis perversion envy. Wallahi, wallahi, what does wallahi mean, Miss Casanova? The counselor at men's homeless shelter in Manhattan. At the world famous Bellevue mental hospital. No, it's not a mental hospital, but it's like near that. I think it's connected to the Bellevue. Anyway, moving on. This is about Yaqub. There's a conspiracy in Mecca, Harlem, New York, as well as Manhattan. But this is a report about the conspiracy to make alike, meaning black male homosexuals, to mass manufacture black male homosexuals by injecting them not only injecting them in the back of the neck with a homosexual hallucinogen created on the island of Pelon, known in the book of Message to the Black Man by Elijah Muhammad as Yaqub's 100% religious. Yaqub created the ethnicities of colors of people, as we know. The story is in the Message to the Black Man. Yet we didn't know secretly on the island of Jamaica, they had a headquarters named after Yaqub himself. Jacob, exiled from the holy city Mecca, named Mecca, the island. 85% of the island, as I told you, are secretly his biological, knowledgeable family. The ones who can't dance, they specialize in making mental health medication from age 5. Manufacturing cerebral interface microchips at age 5. I know where the factories are located. I know what secondary schools, also known as high schools, in Montego Bay, the factories are located. Trevon DeRay Noriega was elected the new Yaqub. Yaqub's biological family has an election. After the passing away of Yaqub, they've always had an election for someone to fulfill the Musafat, also known as the high-ranking member of the 100%. Yaqub's biological religion and family. Trevon DeRay Noriega, my younger brother, his birthday is January 6th. He's younger than me. He faked his death. A lot of them, like myself, and like birds you see, and like dogs you see, are made in test tube laboratories to change the appearance of the skin, change the appearance of the bird, put a starling bird body together with a golden finch bird. They're inside Mecca, Harlem, and they're inside Manhattan. I mean those birds. But they're good birds. They're good kids. And they're very telepathic. And the fact chase him away. They be scared of him when they see him. When they see me talking to me, they'll scared. They run up on him and they fly away. I promise to bring them some worms, because they don't like other food. They like worms. Anyway, I was gonna say, yeah, they're not scavengers like pigeons. They won't just poop on you. Actually, they won't poop on you at all ever. They're very smart. They're good kids. Now, Trevon DeRay Noriega fulfilled the rank of the Musafat of Yaqub, the higher chief, the highest ranking member, meaning Musafat means highest ranking member in Arabic translation. Trevon DeRay Noriega has 1/10 green skin, 1/10 serpent green skin. You can see it. The only way he can hide his identity from us is if he, one, removes his fingerprints. That's the only way to do it. All he has is a facelift and some dreads. But you can see his green skin. He has brown skin, light skin, but you can see green in it from a serpent. As if it was, what do they call those? Gila monsters. They're like one of the last dinosaurs. Honestly. But Trevon DeRay Noriega lives on Paradise Lane in Montego Bay, Jamaica. He has, it's Montego Bay Paradise Lane, and that's a house he's been for many years. Even his grandmother, Miss Gwen, faked her death and has a facelift there. Lives in the same house. It's a 3-house inside of 1 house. We used to rent it as a room and board to tourists. But now we only rent it to the house behind that in Paradise Lane. It has 3 houses in it as well. We rent it to tourists on Paradise Lane, Montego Bay. Gwendolyn Lawrence's old house before she faked her death. Now her grandson, Trevon DeRay Noriega, has fulfilled the Musafat rank of Yaqub. He single-handedly ordered my sister, Anisha Correa Noriega Madden, a school teacher in West Seattle, a 5th grade school teacher in West Seattle at Lewis Bourne Elementary School on Delridge Way Southwest, ordered her to Jamaica to falsify my death near the year 2005. Then they shared my inheritance with every different business falsified owner of Chase Bank, JP Morgan, and Washington Mutual Bank. And every Indian 7-Eleven from India, every Indian AM, PM Arco from India, shared my money with them, bought them plane tickets for their whole family to move here with my inheritance. My brother Trevon DeRay Noriega single-handedly ordered my sister Anisha Correa Noriega, now newly married Madden, gets paid money from Jamaicans to marry them and bring them over here and divorce them. They have to give her the child in exchange for their green card here. They have to give her the child, and they inject that child with a hallucinogen injection that causes homosexuality. They've made that on the island of Pilon, Patmos, for 7,000 years in Jamaica, in secret, to make homosexuality, manic depression, and suicide. Let's see. We're not going to talk about Sister Tracy Gosby X, who infiltrated the Nation of Islam. How did she infiltrate one of our own schools? We're not going to talk about her. We're not going to talk about how her brother, my cousin, Maurice Gosby, jumped off a bridge. We're not going to talk about how her friend's daughter, her friend December Unique Holiday's daughter, jumped off a bridge. We're not going to talk about how our family's friend, our family's brother jumped off a bridge. Talin jumped off a bridge in Tukwila at the Tukwila Light Rail Station, 2000 and something, 17 or 16 or something. We're going to talk about how our best friend, Robert Benson, shot himself in the face with a rifle and had more defensive tackle records than any NFL player in need of a stretcher and 2 neck paralysis head cones. more than any player in NFL history. Robert Benson, aka Rob Dove. We're gonna talk about literally how my brother and my sister, my foster brother, he's Caucasian, Raymond Halbert, now Raymond Noriega, falsified my death in Jamaica and shared my inheritance of those 7-Elevens and those A&P Marcos, the Walmarts, the Starbucks. We'll say that he took the money, honestly, and paid the rebels, paid Hillary Clinton, paid rebels to assassinate Muammar Gaddafi, a best friend of Louis Farrakhan. A best friend of Louis Farrakhan assassinated Muammar Gaddafi. And we'll talk about the YouTube Libya Detention Center. YouTube Libya Detention Center. Anisha Correa Noriega Madden, Annette Christine Ramsey, now Annette Christine Noriega. The head and chief of Seattle Public Schools Security. Seattle Public School Security for the last 27 years, the chief of them. An intervention specialist who specializes in organizing every bus route for every child. They paid Libya Detention Center rebels to make YouTube Libya Detention Center, selling black men for $400, black women for $300, alike Asiatic black children for $200 with my inheritance. I wanted you to know who Yaqub was. My brother won the election. His name is Trevon DeRay Noriega. He faked his death near the year 1998. And he's been calling shots. Anyways, please vote the U.S. Mexican president. View the YouTubes that give you reasons to vote the Mexican man for U.S. president. Please vote the Mexican for U.S. president. View the YouTubes that will literally exterminate the entire 100% clan of Yaqub, all of their businesses. We won't even kill them. We'll just give you all of their businesses. We'll give you all of their businesses. All of you black people in Mecca, we'll give you their businesses. If you see some retarded ass black children running around trying to trick you that you should be scared, tell them children they've been caught injecting themselves with not only homosexual hallucinogens in themselves ritually, getting paid $1,500 a month to test positive for the homosexual hallucinogen, whether they're gay or not. And literally put a tennis shoe, a sneaker, a gym shoe on a telephone wire in Mecca, Harlem World, New York, or Manhattan. Put a sneaker, tennis shoe, gym shoe, hanging it from a telephone wire because they were given a cash advance to be a trapper, professional entrapper, provoking a crime to arrest their fellow citizens. And not just New York. But the tennis shoe sneaker hanging from the telephone wire is a code message. They're literally saying that I was paid to entrap someone, a cash advance in jail, and I failed miserably. Now I have to go to jail to record a video of my incarceration in secret to repay the cash advance. Nothing's free. Nothing's free, kid. Nothing's free. That's what the tennis shoe sneaker code is for. They put the tennis shoe, gym shoe sneaker hanging from the wire because they failed to get someone entrapped, arrested. They're called trappers. They're literally professional entrappers. It's called entrapment. When you provoke someone to do a crime of any sort, it's entrapment. That's why they call them trappers. If you see a black man with dark black skin and a gray kufi, I'm not saying an APB out on anything. Literally, we are about to own all of the businesses that Jamaica owns all over. Not some flea market that you rent at. Not some private-owned Jamaican restaurant. I'm talking about every Chase Bank. Literally, son. If I had to show my versatility, my wisdom with multiple English accents, literally, son, We're going to own every little, we already own it. They own it. I'm the oldest inheritor. Would you rather see Libya Detention Center on YouTube selling black people for the last 5 years continue? Or would you simply rather just move to a different state and choose what store, what business you wanted to own, what Walmart you wanted to own in Utah, what Starbucks in Utah, what's 7-Eleven falsified ownership by Sikh Indians from India? Would you rather own that and send them home and remove the Libya Detention Center simply because now you own that spot? Send all of the PM people from India home. There's private India-owned restaurants, businesses. They don't have to. Nobody has to freeload, and nobody has to. It's free money. But we can't continue selling our people for $400 on a Libya Detention Center YouTube video. Black men, for like the last 5 years, sold at the Libya Detention Center after they assassinated one of Louis Farrakhan's best friends, a man who would admit, I'm black too. Do you need some tanks, Farrakhan? I swear to God. He said, I'm black too like you. Do you need some tanks to protect yourself? You know what he did, Muammar Gaddafi, that was so wrong in Libya? He took millions of dollars and drilled for oil, and drilled for water, drinking water for his community. Millions of dollars in the desert in Libya, and scored water. I'm signing off. But prepare to enjoy those different businesses. There's so many people in Jamaica that are like kidnapped. They're like 15% of them, and they were born there. They're on a place called the Holy Mountain. DJ Khaled had to actually supply a military to protect them. You can see that military on, and they rescued Buju Banton with like $6 million. Please view the YouTube DJ Khaled Holy Mountain, and you can see there's actually good Jamaicans. But 85% of them, they won't live there when I get there. Salam alaikum. Perpetual economic Allah bets causing equality means peace.